Welcome to the Simple Trader. This is where I discuss stocks and investing while keeping it utterly simple. I do the tough research so you don't have to. Please do the following to help out the channel. Remember, I am not a financial advisor, so everything within this video is purely for entertainment purposes. On this channel, we talk about stocks. Now to me, stocks, there are only 4 categories: penny, growth, dividend and blue chip. And today, we are talking about a very exciting growth stock that I have started pumping into my portfolios. NIO, NIO. Yes, that's NIO stock. Ticker symbol NIO. Ooh, am I excited. We're going to be talking about Lee Bin. NIO who? What are they? Cars? Are they a car company? Services? What other services? Battery, that's important. We're going to be looking at the competition and who's out there. What's the potential? And the price? What's the price? And what about the target? Do we buy, sell, hold? And what about the future? Not Back to the Future, but the future. Now let's talk about Lee Bin. No, not that Bin. Yes, Lee Bin. Lee Bin is the man, the myth, and the mystery surrounding NIO. He is the father of NIO. And why is he important? Look at these guys. Alibaba, Mr. Amazon, Mr. Tesla, Mr. Xiaomi. They're all important. If it's a founder-led company, typically this is what I look for as an investor. Now, Lee Bin. This dude is 46 years old and he's already worth $3.3 billion. And that is simply no joke. $3.3 billion. If you printed out all that in dollar notes and you stacked them high, it'd be higher than the tallest buildings in the world. Now within China, Lee Bin is also known as the Godfather. No, not that Godfather, you know what I mean. Now what has Lee Bin done? In 2000, he founded BitAuto, which is a website based in China for buying, selling, researching, discussing everything about cars. So you would say he has got some serious in-depth knowledge about the car market in China. In 2014, he founded NIO. In 2018, NIO was listed on the American Stock Exchange. So they are not one of the relatively new EV car makers that have just landed on the market. They have actually been on the stock market for the last 2 years. Now, what is the NIO Mission? Put really simply, so that we can just skip through this, they want to make premium, that's premium, smart electric vehicles. No, not that smart vehicle. You know what I mean. Autonomous driving. Not a new concept, but one which is definitely the future. That should help get rid of this. AI. Artificial intelligence.
Are you serious?
For me, the number one bullish reason for investing in NIO. Battery as a service. And finally, user services. Now let's talk about the cars. They have the ES6, which was released in 2019. It does a whopping 610 kilometers for every maximum charge. And it does a 0 to 100 in 4.7 seconds. And to me, that is pretty damn sick. In April 2020, NIO launched the ES8. It still does a whopping 580 kilometers per charge. When you compare that to the Tesla Model 3 Standard Edition, where it only does 409, this is pretty damn solid. Now, with all the hype in the market surrounding EVs, NIO went ahead and launched their third car in the series, the EC6, and the sales have been through the roof, as we'll see a little bit later on. At the Shanghai Auto Show in April 2019, NIO unveiled this, the ET7, a direct competitor to the Tesla Model 3. As soon as they bring this to market, I predict that the NIO stock is just going to explode due to be mass produced in 2021 and to go on sale in 2022, although there have been rumours that at the end of this year, at the NIO Day, this will be officially launched. And when they do, I expect a huge bullish momentum on NIO stock. NIO service. Now what services do they actually provide? Now they say lifetime free quality assurance. I don't know what that means. Regular maintenance. I don't know what that means. However, lifetime free roadside assistance. That sounds good. Now we come on to the part which for me sums up why I'm so bullish on NIO stock. Battery as a service. What that means is you can now choose to buy your NIO without paying for the battery. That's an automatic 70,000 RMB off the car price. What that means is for the average buyer, you get a saving of 15.5% from the ES8, 20% for the ES6, and 20.3% off the ES6. Now I know what you might be wondering is, well, if I don't buy a battery, how can I run the car? Very simple. With the NIO battery as a service, you just pay 980 RMB a month. It's like renting electricity. But it doesn't end there. Your NIO battery is fully chargeable, just like any other EV on the road. You can charge it at home or anywhere. The main deal is your NIO battery is fully swappable. What that means is if you're on one of the subscription packages for the battery service, you can drive up to a NIO station and have your used battery in your car changed for a fully charged one within 3 minutes. Now that is simply incredible. But the main point I want to get over is what this battery swapping technology enables you is to upgrade your battery. Whenever the battery technology improves in the future, you can upgrade your battery in your car, keeping your car up to date with the latest battery. Whereas if you compare that to any other EV on the road, their battery is consistently being degraded. What this means for the NIO owner is ultimate EV reassurance, which means your battery degradation concerns of buying an EV vehicle is no longer valid. What it also means is the resale value of your NIO car is substantially higher than any other EV car on the market, which would lose value due to the degradation on its battery. And for me, this is the one biggest reason why I'm so bullish on NIO stock. I really think this sets it apart from all the competition. NIO is expanding rapidly throughout China. I mean, they've already completed 400,000 battery swaps. When you think that this company is in its infancy, that is quite a staggering number. And the more cars they have, the more battery swaps they'll be performing. In July 2020, NIO got the patent for their wireless charging system for an electric vehicle. Now, if you ask me, this would be the next level for EVs. To be able to wirelessly charge your car while you park it, that is something else. And if they get this rolled out to all their cars and they have the infrastructure to charge them, then I honestly think the stock will. Now let's look at the competition. China is the largest EV market in the world, so the competition is fierce, but we still see NIO with a respectable position. Clearly, the main competitor we have is the Tesla, with the latest Tesla Model 3 sales going through the roof. I mean, Tesla has been around not for 1 year, 2 years, it's been around for 10 years, so they've built up brand awareness. People know Tesla and people trust Tesla, and that is where I think NIO needs to get to in a couple of years' time. The other competitors of NIO in China include BYD, GAC, Li Auto, Xpeng Motors. I mean, what all these companies have in common is they've got a good product, a good electrical vehicle. I mean, they look really nice. But are there companies investing in technology, which I see NIO doing a lot? Are they looking to change the way people drive in China or in the world? Are they looking for autonomous driving? Are they looking for artificial intelligence? Are they looking to change how the lifespan of an EV can be extended by battery swapping? I really don't think so. Look at this. This is more technology coming out from NIO. This is Navigate on Pilot, which is essentially hands-free driving for NIO cars on the highways. This, they say, is going to come in October and will be fully integrated into all their models currently on the road. Artificial intelligence.
Are you serious?
我们来张合影吧。
好的，准备好了吗？3、2、1。
Let's talk sales. The trend is clear. If we look at the sales from June, July, August, and to the recently released September sales and deliveries, it's phenomenal. We're over at least 100% increase year over year for the last 4 months. This is ridiculous.
Here comes the money.
If we just take a look at their 2020 deliveries and their annual deliveries combined, we can see that the trend is very upward. This is because of the coronavirus, obviously, at the start of the year, which basically shut down the whole world. But look at the rebound. Look at NIO. They've been growing for the last 7 months in a row. I mean, they're in kind of their infancy breakout phase. They're a new company. I mean, not many people know about them, but what they are doing is they're showing incredible strength, and which proves that their business model is one for the future. If we look at the global electric car stock, we can see that the largest market is China by far. And what this means is NIO is in an extremely beneficial position to take advantage of this, considering all their technologies, obviously not to mention that they are backed by the Chinese government. Now, what does the IEA estimate? They estimate that in 2020, sales of electric cars will account for 3% of global car sales. Now, if you just imagine, at the moment, there's only 3% of global car sales that are EVs. That means there's 97% growth possibility for EVs in the future. And how much of that can NIO get? We'll have to wait and see. Very recently, Morgan Stanley came out with this. They estimate that Tesla will have 0 sales in China by 2030. Why is that significant? Well, if we take out Tesla from China, who are the other players that are going to get a piece of this pie? NIO for sure. Deutsche Bank just came out and said NIO can surge 28% and they can transform themselves into the next iconic auto brand. So let's look at the price. The price of one NIO share as per 30th of September is around $21. Now, this to me still represents great value. If we look at the overall trend in the last 6 months, it's on a steady uptrend. There's not too many peaks and troughs and not many crashes either. If we look at this compared to all the other new EV players in the market, for sure, this is one that I am literally all in. So what's my position in NIO? Well, I have 215 shares at an average cost of $15.93. Now, how have I accumulated these shares? Well, my trading strategy is very simple. I like to accumulate my position. So over time, I build it up and I build it up and I build it up to a certain point where I believe it's still risk to reward ratio is still beneficiary to me. Now, in the case of NIO, I'm very much going to keep building, baby. So for me, after looking at all the details, looking at every single aspect of this business, NIO stock is literally easy money for the next 3 to 5 years. If we get in now, we're looking at 5x, 6x, 7x, maybe even 10x of your money. And I'm going to be looking to build my position bigger and bigger. As long as the price at the moment stays below $30, $40, I will still be buying more because I cannot see this not winning money in the long term. I hope you found this simple introduction to NIO stock useful. I mean, on this channel, we try to keep it very simple. Let's look at understandable, quantifiable things, okay? So no technicals, no jargon, nothing. Let's keep it simple and let's make money together.
Here comes the money.